Professor. My name is Giselle Rivera. I will be recording the introduction to the microscope as requested for week 3, lab 1. What the field of view is the field of view is referred to as the circumference when you look into the eyepiece. The circumference of the circle of what you're looking at is the field of view. And as far as the other information that I was asked, which is the depth of the field. The depth of the field is the actual distance between what you're looking at to where the slide is, what the distance is in between them, which lens you use, which is a 40x, a 10x, or the 15x. That is considered the depth of field. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my microscope. I was able to put it together last week. So I'm going to go ahead and begin with my eyepiece. And so the eyepiece usually comes off, and if you look at it upside down, you can see the line. When you drop it, put it in, and you look through the lens, you're able to see that line. This line here, this tube under the eyepiece is the eyepiece tube. And then we move on to these knobs here, which are the coarse adjustment. And then we also have the metal block, which is back here. And then we go into the fine adjustment, and the fine adjustment knobs are on both sides. They're the smaller ones, and they're here. So these are all part, like I said, here you look through. The eyepiece is held by the eyepiece tube, and so you just drop that in there. These will adjust the picture, and these will adjust the closeness of what you're looking at, so that if it's blurry, you're able to adjust it with the fine adjustment. We also have the stop set screw, and the stop set screw is down here at the bottom, and it's a little hard to move, but if you move that, you're able to move this metal block part up or down. We're moving on to number 7, which is the arm. And I've been thought before the arm is the back portion of the microscope. I've been thought that this is where you actually grab a microscope from. You grab it and you pick it up from there. You don't want to grab it from the stage. You don't want to grab it from the metal portion here in the middle, or like the eyepiece, because your hand can slide and you can break this off and fall on the ground and break your microscope. So this is the best part to grab your microscope and carry your microscope from. So from the arm, we're gonna move to these stage clips. So these are it right here. These clips are good for when you have your slides. You are able to place them on there, and these metal clips will hold the slide in place so that it doesn't move, and that you're able to look at it through the ocular lens here. From the stage clips, we're going to be looking at the inclination joint, which is down here. Again, they're on both sides. And the inclination joint just basically moves the top portion of the microscope, whether you want to incline it or not. Right now it's set the way it came, is the way I left it. Number 10 is the base, which is the bottom of the microscope. So that holds the weight of all of the parts that make up the components of the microscope. We also have the tube, the main tube. And so the main tube is located here, which is holding the eyepiece tube and the eyepiece together here. This is the main tube. And then we also have the nose piece. The nose piece is this part right here. It looks like a circle, and it holds each one of the objective lenses. And you can see it here. You start with the 10x, you have the 40x, and you're able to switch them around. So 4x, 10x, and then the 40x. This is the nose piece. This is the objective lens. Then you have this black square, and this black square here is called the stage. Then we have the disc diaphragm, and the disc diaphragm is under, and then that has a little lever that you close and open, and that allows for that light that comes with the microscope to go through. When you're looking at a slide, you're able to aim the light right through that diaphragm. Then you have the mirror, which is down here, and the mirror can come off. I was reading into this microscope and I was told that the mirror was used back then. I guess now you can take the mirror out and then that's where you place the light to be able to use your microscope. And then you have your condenser lens, which is down here also. It's like a small little knob that you have. So with that, I'd like to close the introduction to the microscope for this first section part of my lab. I hope I did well. I hope I met their requirements, and I will look forward to see you in part 2 of the lab. Thank you, Professor.